Uh, so yeah, I've been involved in many activities on campus over the years. The one thing that I got involved with that I'm the proudest of, and I think that it is something all of us should seriously take forward, is a document called the Nair Committee report. Now the Nair Committee, I was among the junior most members of the Nair Committee. Mr. P.K. Nair was the head of the committee. He is, of course, he needs no introduction. There were several eminent FTI alumni. There was Saeed Mirza, Janu Barua, Shati Karul, Ketan Mehta, Kundar Shah, Chandita Mukherjee. There were, I think I'm not naming them all, there were a couple of junior people like me. Also, there were people who were not from FTI. There was Nachiket Patwardhan, Shama Zaidi. So these are all eminent people, educationists, people who are artists. We worked together for the better part of a year. And there is a thick document. That document is actually titled Vision FTI. If you're saying we need a vision, that has been buried. It's not been taken forward. There is no proper copy of that report in existence for anybody to read out in the public, and I think that's scandalous. And that report actually talks about a complete overhaul of FTI's administrative structure, the way courses are constructed, the way faculty is hired, everything, updating it to what is required in today's times. I would really suggest that RAFTI should urge FTI and the ministry to implement this report. And that, I think, will make a big difference. I mean, the strike and our support for the strike, everyone has talked about, and the reasons for our support is not about the strike. I'm fully on board with that. This, I think, goes beyond.
Thanks, Devi. Paresh, since you've been at the institute, Mahesh, would you like to kind of speak a little later? Okay, later. So would you like to come, because you've been teaching at the institute and you have a vision on how the academics function. And one thing that I would like to definitely share here, that a lot of people think that the chairman of the governing council is an administrative post, when it's not, because every decision that is formulated at the academic council level has to be ratified by the governing council. And this whole gyan that people are giving that, he's a great administrator, we should give him 6 months and try him out, is not going to work out, because for everybody's knowledge, institute is going through a revision of syllabus at this point of time, which means every single decision about how many years a course should be, how many new courses should be or not be there, how the new methodology of teaching with the progressive time to be employed needs a vision. So here we see a tiger's body with a gadhe ka head on it. And so it's all about how you kind of image this entire thing in your mind. That you need to have a complete tiger's body to actually run this place, to lead, to provide leadership. So since Paresh has been involved in teaching there and has interacted with students firsthand, what would be your views?
I have been going to FTI recently for quite a few times. I've been doing several workshops with various batches, and a whole lot of things have changed from my time, that is 80s. But that zeal for excellence still prevails. And the problem, as I see, is that FTI graduate, he could be in any kind of filmmaking, but that what connects all kinds of filmmakers from FTI is that one word called excellence. And I think appointment of Mr. Gajendra Chauhan doesn't inspire that idea of excellence in him. So I would rather right now keep focus on this one issue, because a whole lot of things, I don't think it's a good idea to open up all kinds of issues and lose focus, because everything else will flow from this one appointment. Even if we want to correct the attitude of the government, the way it looks at this place and a whole lot of other institutions across the country, the one word, watchword is the excellence. And there are a whole lot of other people available for this post. across party lines. Party or ideology, I don't think is a real issue, you know. But the idea, someone whom you could look up to and who inspires and who will continue this pursuance of excellence, that is the most critical thing. And unfortunately, all of us, I think, feel that Mr. Chauhan, whatever his other capabilities, he doesn't inspire this idea of excellence in all of us. And I think that is the point of worry. So we should think about how to go further about this.
Thank you, Parita. Okay, some young opinions here, some young expressions. People from the younger batches, please come forward and express your views. I know that there's lots happening on the Facebook, lots happening on WhatsApp. Questions, there could be questions, yes. Could you please come up or be loud? Just try.
Yeah.
We'll let him come.
I just, we are all stakeholders of FTI.
Can you please introduce yourself again? It's a longer speech.
My name is Kuntal.
Kuntal, can you just come up here? Yeah.
I think
Thanks.
that's better.
Yeah, that's much better. We all be able to do it.
So my name is Kuntal Rohilal. I'm from the 95 batch. I study direction. So I just want to say something which some people might feel is a little radical. But I think this is as good a time as any to say it. So we are all stakeholders of FTI. So not only everyone in this room, everybody who's ever been a student, everybody who's ever been in the faculty, all of us associated with FTI are effectively, collectively stakeholders of FTI. So it's very simple. I just feel that we should all have a say in what happens. I think that is, we are all in common agreement about that. I don't even want to discuss or say anything about this particular appointment because so much has been said and I think it's just going to be repetitive. But what I do want to say is this whole system of appointments where you have a ruling party. First of all, that every word that we use, the ruling party is part of the problem, first of all, from the very beginning. But you have this whole thing of government appointments. So why not, as a very radical idea, the entire body of stakeholders of FTII should actually vote. We should actually start putting a demand that institutions like FTII and other such institutions have an entire body of stakeholders, and you put in a system in place where people who are wishing to be in positions like the governing council actually put their resumes out there, and people actually vote online. And I'm not speaking, I'm actually an alumnus of a college. I happen to study in the US. I graduated 30 years ago from there. Till today, I get an email and a link. When I go online, everybody who wants to be a trustee is actually puts their vision and the resume out there. You decide who you think. And me, as a foreign student, I'm not even a citizen of the US. I finished my studies and I came back. But as a foreign student and as an alumnus, I am a stakeholder of that college. And I get a say and I vote. So we talk about democracy and we talk about all this, but this is how it should be. There is a collective wisdom of FTII stakeholders. And that collective wisdom is what should decide what is the vision of FTII. And I mean, as Javeen said, PKNR report, everybody should actually, it should be online. It should be online, it should be there for people to read. And for the trustees, whoever wants to stand, or in this case, people on the governing council or whatever, should actually, maybe that is even one of the reference points where they state their opinions on that, on something like the PKNR report. So this may sound like a little far-fetched in today's context, but I definitely feel that this is something that can be worked towards and something that we can, as stakeholders aspire to, and unless we make the demand, it's not going to happen. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So there is.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.